first collab with an amazing YouTube channel called TBA's Master, because I don't know if you guys, but I love to play video games, but I need to admit I'm not really good with this PlayStation or Xbox games, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six. I'm super bad at them. I'm good with the Mario ones, but I love to watch people playing them. So this channel, if you love to watch people playing video games, is the channel to watch. So today we're gonna be doing a cake inspired by the game that he's playing right now, Rainbow Six, and it's gonna be in the shape of a big grenade. And it's super fun to make, and I know you will love it. So vamos a hacerlo. This project, I decided that I wanted to do a camouflage cake, and for that you will need vanilla cake mix. You can do the store-bought, or I'm gonna leave you in the description the link to my video to do vanilla cake, 2 half spheres molds, 1 6-inch mold, grease spray, and gel colors in the colors green, black, and ivory. The cakes are super easy to make. You just need to divide your cake mix in 4 bowls, and in one you're gonna put 1 drop of your green color, into another you're gonna put 3 drops of your green color, in the other one you're gonna put 3 drops of your ivory, and to the other one 3 drops of your black. When all your colors are ready, you just put spoonfuls on your grease molds until they become like an inch from the border of the molds, and they're ready. Then you put them in a 350-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes. Now while our cakes are baking in the oven, we can start making the decorations, and for that you will need black fondant, white fondant, silver luster dust, alcohol, brushes, water, an X-Acto knife, and a small rolling pin. First, we're gonna take some black fondant and we're gonna roll it in a bowl, and then we're gonna make a pear shape with it. This is gonna be the top of our grenade. Then we're gonna take our pear shape and we're gonna start flattening the bottom of it so it gets sit on top of our cake. Then we're gonna take the top part of our pear shape and we're gonna cut it to make it flat as well. Now we're gonna take another piece of black fondant and we're gonna measure it so it's big enough that it covers our pear shape. Then we're gonna make a square out of it. Now we're gonna take another piece of black fondant, but this time is a little bit, and we're gonna roll it up pretty much thin, and then we're gonna cut a rectangle out of it. This one is gonna be the handle of our grenade. If you see, before I cut my handle, I measure it with my square, so I make sure that it's as wide as my square, because this is gonna be part on top of my square and the other part on the side of the grenade. Now to finish up, I just put a little bit of water and I glue it to my sphere. Just make sure that when you're letting it dry, put it on the side, because I want that effect that is like floating on top of my grenade, and that's the only way that it would do it. And as well, I would recommend to make these decorations 1 to 2 days before you make your cake, so they're ready and perfect to put on top of your cake. Now for my grenade security chain, I just took some white and black fondant and put it together and make a gray fondant, and then I just took a little bit and I roll it like in a little log, and then I flattened it a little bit and make some marks so it looks like a chain to make the same chain texture. And then I did the same thing, but this time I didn't flatten it so I can make the ring. Then when I do the ring, I just put it around, just put a little bit of water and let it dry. Now this decoration is completely optional, but I wanted to add it on because in the game Rainbow Six, they have a lot of barbed wire and I wanted to add it to my cake. So I took some of the gray fondant and I'm gonna roll it in a really thin, long log, and then I'm gonna divide it in 2 and twist it together. Then when I'm finished twisting it, I put a little bit of water to glue it together and I let it dry in different awkward ways, just like barbed wire. Now my barbed wire is dry, so we can add the spiky things to the barbed wire. Now we're going to take some of the gray fondant and we're going to roll it in the log, but this time the ends of our log are really thin and really like spiky. And then we're going to put a little bit of water and we're going to roll it around our barbed wire, and then in the end we're going to twist it, and that's it. with our silver luster dust, we can start coloring our barbed wire and our safety hook. You just mix a little bit of the luster dust with some alcohol. Don't worry about it. This is not gonna do anything to you. The alcohol is gonna completely evaporate and just leave the color to our sugar pieces. Now finally, to finish up our cake, you will need round cardboards, 2 in 6 inch and 1 in 3 inch, 3-inch round cookie cutter, knife, frosting, brushes, frosting spatula, cake pop sticks, wire cutters, black fondant, and a rolling pin. Now the first thing we need to do is level our cakes. Now our 3 cakes are leveled, but I wanted to make my grenade a little bit more stable when I put it on my base. So with my 3-inch cookie cutter, I make a mark on each of my spheres cakes and I cut that part so it's flat and it's more secure when you put it on top of your base. Just to let you know, I'm using a 3-inch cookie cutter because that's the size of my sugar top or my pear shape top of my grenade. So use the cutter to the size of your sugar figure for the top. Then you can start stacking your cakes with some frosting. Now to make our grenade a little bit more secure and to make sure it doesn't tip over, we're gonna put some cake pop sticks. I put 4, but I think that 3 will be fine. I just wanted to be really sure that my cake doesn't tip over. So just put them in and then with your wire cutters, just cut the tip of your cake pop sticks. Then we're gonna take our little 3-inch cardboard and we're gonna put it on the top, and now we got the handle to hold our cake while we'll frost it, because you know me, I hate to put frosting on my fingers, and that way I can hold my cake and it makes it so much easier to frost it. Then when I finished frosting my cake, I wanted to smooth it a little bit, so I just spray it with a little bit of water, and then I put my spatula once again, and it makes it smooth and silky, and then we put it on the fridge for 15 minutes before we cover it with our fondant. Now we can start rolling our black fondant to cover our cake. For this cake, we want to keep our fondant round, so every time we roll it, we're going to move it so it keeps that round shape, and we're going to roll it until it's like ½ an inch thick, because this one we want it more thicker than the rest of our cakes, because we're going to make the marks of our grenade, and we want the fondant to be a little bit more thicker, that way it doesn't break on us or nothing like that. Then we're gonna take our cake out of the fridge and we're gonna take our 3-inch cardboard out of a cake and we're gonna cover it with a little bit of frosting, and then we cover our cake. Working a little bit fast, and with your heat of your hands, just smooth it and just pull it a little bit out of your cake and pull it back with your other hand. That way it goes to your cake and doesn't break on you or nothing like that. Then with your fondant smoother, if you have it, you can smooth all around and then cut the excess fondant out. Now we can start making the marks of our grenade. Taking the back of your brush, you're gonna mark the middle of your cake, and then you're gonna start making X's. I would recommend to do 8 lines, that way you have a uniform and it looks super nice. You're gonna make 8 lines, and then those lines you're gonna follow them all crossing your cake. I know that by now you're gonna think like, Carla, we're doing a black pumpkin, but don't worry about it. Now we're gonna do 3 lines, but this time horizontally around our cake to do and finish our effect. Now you can decide if you want to put your cake in a cake stand. You can take the cardboard out and put it on top of your cake stand, or just leave it on the cardboard like I'm doing, because I'm gonna cover it with some rocks and the barbed wire. Then you can start gluing your decorations to your cake. Then I wanted to make that shiny effect to my grenade, so I took some grease spray and I brushed the whole cake with that, and will give that shiny plastic effect, and it looks super cool. I hope you enjoyed this video because I love making this cake for you guys. And remember to go to TBA6 Master's channel so you can see them play Rainbow Six. I love you so much. To Pluto and back, and I see you next time. Bye-bye! The grenade cake inspired by the game Rainbow Six. And remember to go to TBA6 Master's channel so you can see them play the game. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I see you next time. Bye-bye!